And the last pair, Jack Beckman and Robert Hight. There's Beckman. Set both ends of the track records on Friday night. Here comes Robert. Let's go to the top end and Gary.
Well, it's been a really erratic season for Johnny Gray, Lee Beard, this team. They started out with some dazzling numbers, Pomona, Gainesville, but trying to find consistency has been a huge problem. Now we're starting to see it. So what kind of satisfaction does that bring you?
That's great. It just proves what I've been saying over and over and over. Hey, I'm surrounded by really good people. When they get this thing going, you know, we'll be there. We started out with a complete different tune-up in the car, and the window was real narrow. Lee told me, said, we're going to stumble, but we got to go backwards. We got to change the tune-up, put some different parts in it, take a little bit to get it figured out. But when we get into the countdown, we'll have a car that we can race. So I believe in him.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Johnny Gray is here. John Force wants to see Robert come down the track. Jimmy Prock up at the left front. There he is. Across the way. And here is Beckman. And this is our final pair in our final session. Field will be set after this. That was a nice run. Absolutely. 4:14 for Hight, 4:17 for Beckman. Beckman now has the 4th pole in his career.
Well, it was a little bit better than this, but both cars were hooked up going down that racetrack. You saw that Jack Beckman only ran a 4:17, slowing to 291 at the other end. Robert Hight, though, with that 4:14 at 305 miles per hour.
And back at the starting line with his crew chief, Ron Tobler, you told me that every time you went down the racetrack in those 2 wins that you had, Charlotte and Atlanta, you were low elapsed time. You actually used the term easy. I know you weren't being cocky, but can you explain about where this car is right now with the tune-up?
Well, you know, it's just a car right now that's responding very well to very small changes, so therefore we don't change it very much. And we've been able to go from place to place and apply the same thinking that we did at the previous race. And so far it's working out for us. So, you know, it's one of those things that you take while you can get it, because next week it could be, or tomorrow it could be back to not being good again.
Nice job on the #1 this weekend.
Thank you.
Guys, Ron also pointed out the 7 guys that consistently do the work between rounds on that car. They deserve a pat on the back as well.
Boy, and that team's been doing a great job to make a fuel race funny car that makes 8,000 horsepower go out there and just go up and down that racetrack as quick as they do in that Aaron's car. That's a testament to that entire team.
Let's look at the Lucas Oil ladder in funny car right now, with Jack Beckman just earning his 4th #1, and John Force will face Jim Head. This is the first time that he hasn't had lane choice, John Force, this year.
On the other side of the ladder, 4 very good cars that shouldn't be matched up in the first round, but they are. Ron Capps going to have lane choice over Bob Tasca, and how about Tim Wilkerson with lane choice over Matt Hagan?
So that's the way they'll start when we go into final elimination.